trimming plants is just as important for the plant's growth as well as the overall health of the fish. Now, let me explain what I'm talking about here. But before I get into that, I'm James and you're watching Blue Dog Aquatics. I do apologize, we haven't been on track to really putting out videos on Tuesdays, and that's just with the newborn at home, I just don't have time. But I'm hoping to get back on track next Tuesday and get back where we're doing 2 big videos a week and then shorts throughout the week. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. But back into what we're talking about. So if you guys remember a couple of videos back, this tank was so overgrown. This is our 40 breeder. It grows so fast because we have CO2 pumping in it. And typically we have to cut it back about every 2 weeks. Now, most of the time we'll do a moderate trim and that way it still looks full, but this last time it was just so full that it was choking out everything. Now, a couple of different things. A, if you don't trim it back, then the bottom of your plants can't get light, which is gonna kill the bottom of the plants. That you don't want because then eventually it'll work its way up and kill the rest of the plant. Now, 2 is it affects your fish. Now, there are fish like these discus here that love the coverage, they love to hide because they are, let's be honest, they're a shy fish. Except for this one that is creeping toward me because he's like, I want to be different than everybody else. I want to go toward the light. Oh, and his buddy's gonna follow suit. Anyway, discus are shy fish, and so they typically like the coverage. But the problem is if you have too much coverage, then that affects their ability to be able to swim. If they have nowhere to move around because the plant is so dense, like this Rotala indica, then overall that can affect it. You guys are all making me liars here. See, I say that you're shy fish and then bam, you're all just hanging out up front. Yep, you're making me a liar. Now, number 3 behind that is the filtration. Now, we're still working on this tank, but I want to show you what's kind of happened here. Now, this tank has a spray bar, which sprays the water evenly across the tank. Now, it's set up toward the top of the tank, which disrupts the top of the tank water. But because we had so many plants, and this was just cut yesterday, so it's still working its way through. But you can see all the stagnant that was, and this actually looks a whole lot better than what it did before because it was so bad, this whole back section. Now, part of this is because this driftwood is in here, and so it's actually blocking a portion of the flow, which I think we might actually put a jet head back here to push that flow to create a circle. But that's one of the other things is if your plants aren't trimmed back, then it can affect the flow of your filter. Now, when this was full, this was all the way up here. This was out of the water. And the filter was only blowing about 6 inches out, and then it was getting blocked by the plants, which created all the stagnant water back here because it has nowhere to move. So it is very important to trim back your tanks, keep them nice and pretty, and those are the top 3 reasons why. That was 3 reasons, right? Yeah. Making sure, number 1, making sure that your roots don't die off so your plants don't. Number 2, so you don't stress your fish out. And number 3, so you don't affect your filtration. So yeah, top 3 reasons to keep your plants trimmed back in your aquarium. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's videos you guys want to see, because I put out so many videos that I kind of run out of ideas. But since we just trimmed this tank back, I wanted to do a video on this tank here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, we're growing this channel more and more each day, and that's all thanks to the Blue Dog family, which is each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.